Congratulations on making it to week 13. So this is actually our third and final week of the maintenance phase, and where you start to roll into your lifestyle plan. Today we're going to be covering a little bit about nutrition, we're going to talk about fitness, and our success strategy is how you can maintain this as a lifestyle. So let's review the nutrition first. Just like last week, but we're going to add one more piece of the puzzle in. And this is, again, a lifestyle plan. So this is something that you will take with you from here through to forever. So I want you guys focusing on 3 meals a day at this point. If you absolutely have to throw a snack in, do it, but really your body is going to function a lot better without having the snacks in. Basically, every time you put food in your mouth, you're causing an insulin reaction, which triggers a whole chain of events that are not going to bode well for your weight loss and maintenance efforts. So for women, on those 3 meals, I want you to have protein, carbs, and a fat. The protein is going to be 4 ounces for women, 6 ounces for men. For both of you, just to be able to eyeball it, is about the size of the palm of your hand. So 2 cups of carbs. Now those carbs are going to be fruits and vegetables. Really, I want that to be mostly vegetables, maybe 90% veggies, 10% fruit. And you can also have, now that we're at this stage and your weight is solid on the scale, not moving up 2 pounds or down 2 pounds, you can add in 1/4 cup of grains or carbs, and make sure that you're referencing back to your OK carb list for all 3 of those meals if you choose. Now, if that makes you a little bit nervous, don't worry about it. You don't need it. I actually do prefer it if you're working out heavily. I think that at least having the carbs in for a few of the meals is important, but a lot of people do really well with just the protein and the fats and the vegetables. At this point, your body is very efficient. If you haven't started adding the carbs back in, the starchy carbs, you're likely still in a state of ketosis, which means your body is utilizing fat as its energy source. That is a very, very clean energy source, very efficient for your body. So likely your mental clarity is amazing. You don't have cravings. If you want to stay in this place, that's totally fine with me. But I do recommend that you do what's called diet variation, and I'll be doing future classes on that. But anytime you're staying with one plan for long periods of time, your body does get accustomed to it. So it's important to vary your diet seasonally, monthly, however often you want to do it. But again, we'll be doing a class on that later. So I also want you to make sure that you are getting at least a tablespoon of fat in with each of those meals. So your avocados, nuts, seeds, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, all those are totally okay for fats, grass-fed butter, anything like that. Just make sure that you are getting at least 1 to 2 tablespoons of fat in with each and every meal. Okay, and again on the snacks, if you have to have them, throw them in, but I actually prefer that you're just 3 solid meals a day. Allow your body to totally digest that food. 3-4 hours in between is going to really be the very best thing for you. Okay, so let's take a minute and let's really, really, really look at what we've done. I want you guys to congratulate yourself. Be proud of everything that you've accomplished. This is not easy. It's simple compared to a lot of things, but it is by no means an easy process. So I really want to take a look at everything that we've been working on so far, just so that you guys can see where we've come from. So at this point in your process, in your program, we should have established some really strong habits and new behaviors around a handful of different things. So the first part of that is food. By now, you should have made it a habit to be planning and prepping your food, taking it with you if you know that you're going to have maybe a long day at the office, or you're not 100% sure you're going to be able to get back to where you think you're going. You always have something packed and prepared. Your pantry and your fridge is stocked full of good, healthy, clean foods. You still shouldn't have any junk food, any processed food in your home. Everything food related wise, you know your portion sizes, you know how many times a day you're eating. All of that should be very, very solid for you. You should be getting at least 80 ounces of water intake daily. I prefer a little bit more, but I want you to use that as a minimum. You should be moving your body every single day. I would like to see you by now doing 3 days a week of the high intensity interval training or the burst training. And then maybe the other days of the week doing some walking, some yoga, running, bicycling, whatever you enjoy doing, hiking, just getting out, and especially outside. There's something really, really important in being out in the sun, the fresh air. You're getting the vitamin D. It's very relaxing for you. It's very grounding. I highly recommend you try to get outside every single day and move your body. The last part of this is our mindset. We have done a lot of work on dealing with creating new habits and behaviors, how to find those things that have held us back in the past, things that trigger us, things that create issues in our lives. I'm hopeful that by now you have in place some good, healthy ways to recognize some of those triggers and be able to eliminate them. We've talked about our goals. We've set short-term, intermediate, and long-term goals. And I think at this point, it would be really fun for you guys to look back at your goals, see if there are any there that maybe you have already hit. And then really just make sure, like for me, I review my goals daily. I write them in my planner. My short-term goals are in my weekly planner. My midterm goals are monthly. And my little bit longer-term goals, I might do quarterly. So just make sure they're top of mind. If they're in front of you, you are going to be amazed at how much more effective you are at actually hitting those goals. We've set our why it's important for us to live a happy, healthy lifestyle. I think now more than ever, you probably fully recognize how different you feel. 20 to 40 pounds down is a tremendous load off, literally. And I think that you should have so much more energy and vitality and just a whole different way of thinking of things. So make sure that you have a gratitude journal, or that you're journaling in some way, showing gratitude, showing appreciation every single day for how far you've come, how your body has changed. Just be really, really appreciative of everything that you have. I think that you'll find that that will bring more positive, healthy things into your life. We've talked about handling emotional eating, recognizing emotional eating triggers and or people. We've learned how to overcome limiting beliefs. We've created our affirmations, our vision board. We have some stress reduction strategies. We've got our exercise and our active lifestyle plan in place. We've learned how to eat healthy on the go, whether it's at a party, at the office, at restaurants. You know how to navigate eating out. So that's going to be really important for you. We've covered releasing trapped negative emotions. We've covered so many things that I really hope you guys feel like you've made some serious changes that you're going to be able to continue for the rest of your lives. Okay, so our exercise this week, if you haven't already printed off the Measuring Success homework, I want you to stop the video right now and print that out. Okay, the Measuring Success check sheet is really, it lets us know where you are with making those changes. It lets us be able to recognize that areas that are still problems for you. So what I want you to do is go through, and this is just a small piece of it, but I want you to go through every single one of these, and I want you to read it and then determine whether it's a strength for you, whether you feel like you've successfully made the changes you need to be strong on that area, or if you still feel like it's a vulnerability. Now, once you get all of this done, I want you to go back to anything that's been checked as a vulnerability for you. And I want you to go through and identify some action steps that you can do to make those changes, to get yourself, whatever you need to do to get yourself to where that is a strength for you. So I want you to, in those areas that you're struggling, go back, revisit whatever that week's video was, watch the video, redo the assignment, and let's do what we can to really, really get that habit and behavior to stick with you so that it is a completely automatic behavior. You don't even have to think about it from here forward. So let's talk a little bit about preventing a relapse. We want to minimize our risk here at this point. Now, with the HCG and with the process that we've gone through, as long as you haven't cheated at this point, your metabolism has a new set point. This is your new metabolism right here. It's burning stronger than it was 13 weeks ago. Your hormones are working better. Everything is working better and more efficiently in your body. So a couple of strategies that I want you to really look at from here forward, just to make sure that you don't relapse into some of your old habits and behaviors. A couple of important things are to have a coach to keep you motivated and accountable. So, of course, you have me. You're welcome to stay in touch, reach out if you need help, but if there's any other people in your life that you can utilize in that aspect, maybe it's an accountability partner. That's always a really good way to make sure that you're staying on track. You can always reach out to other people in the group and identify them, see if they're interested in an accountability partner. I think that's a great way for you to go. Number two, participating in a support group. Of course, you have that to stay active in that Facebook group. You will be amazed at how many people you can impact, especially now that you've gone through the program. You know the ins and outs, you know the tricks. Anytime you see somebody posting in there, maybe they're struggling with a certain area that you've figured out a great fix to, a way to get around it, feel free to help them out. You really have a lot of impact on the people in this group, especially the ones just starting. Included friends, family, and coworkers for support. That's really important too. Now with this one, you want to make sure that the people that are your go-to people for support are actually there for your best interest. I want you to make sure that they are there to help you and not sabotage you, because misery loves company, and if somebody is not in a good place in their life, you can bet they don't want you to be in a better place. So just be really cautious about that, about who you enlist for your support. I want you to continue your exercise regularly. This truly is the key to long-term success. Get out, move your body every single day. Do your detox yoga poses. Don't miss that opportunity to get your blood flowing, get your lymph system moving toxins out of your body, get those feel-good chemicals being released into your body. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better, your moods will be more stable, and it will be easier for you to maintain your weight. Continue your food log. At this point, you probably don't need to do this, but for those of you that have a hard time staying consistent, just journaling is one of the easiest way. Jot down your food, jot down your water intake, your exercise, make yourself a little check sheet that you have to check off each day. Write your affirmations on there, write your daily action steps, whatever you want to put on there to really help yourself stay on track. Go for it. There's a couple of great apps that we've talked about. The MyFitnessPal is a good one. The Lose It app is a good one. If you feel like even just 1 or 2 days a week to track to make sure that you are staying where you need to be, go for it. I think that really helps keep people honest. So, all right. So from here forward, intentional and mindful is going to be the key. I want you to be very, very mindful of what you are doing in all areas. I want you to make sure that you are mindful of having a plan, preparing your food, having a strategy if you know something is coming up that's going to trigger a response for you. If you know that you're going to maybe a party at the office and there's going to be all kinds of bad things and there's not going to be any options for you, I want you to have a plan in advance for dealing with that. So the more you can strategize up front, the more prepared you'll be and the better choices that you'll make. It's really, really, it's that simple. So I want you guys to really focus too on enjoying your new relationship that you now have with your body and with food. So most of us in the past, this relationship has not been very good. So I want you to really look at that and maybe even list out some of the new ways that you appreciate your body or new things about your body that you do like. Just really enjoy that, because from here forward, it's my goal for you all to live a life of vitality and energy and appreciation and joy. And you have to be very intentional about that. So make sure that you are thinking about all those things daily. And again, congratulations. This is the last week. You guys are doing fantastic, and I'm so proud of you. Just keep up the great work, and your next week's video will be the very last video as to where you need to go from here. So make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.